Bengals. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Shotgun now for Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. And in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong. Every time on defense, they think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
No, check, Patriot, Leopard, here we go now.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Their big tight end. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are in for 6. Now he's having a night.
What can still come? I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There can be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Manning to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Now that's 3rd down, 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Le'Veon Bell, 55 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there. Dropping for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And not much there as he gets it up to about. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So we've reached half. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
from the gun on third down. Manning, he's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Le'Veon Bell, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone, and that's exactly what they accomplished.
Yeah, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. From the gun, it's Manning. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He won't go down. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. That'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing is Manning on third down. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
We got three. Here we go. 319. 319. 44. Mike, 44. You don't know no better.
They'll go again with Bell. And a nice nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Play clock winding down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Bell. And some room to work. A beautiful spin and room to run. Are you kidding me? 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Le'Veon Bell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Eddie Goldman in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as...
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
To throw is Manning. Shreds the tackle. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 2nd down, here's Manning.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
The give is to Bell. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? 3 yards left to grab here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, look at the juke. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that left.
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Giants. Dez Bryant, 69 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. This is Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And Le'Veon's mother, Lisa, she grew up a huge Steelers fan, so she's got to love this. Her team's winning. Her son's doing the thing for her team. All good, right?
Did she have a plug into the scouting department, into the front office
she
to
was
make
quite
sure this happened? That's a big time deal for her right there. How happy is she out of big? A lifelong dream of her team with her baby starring on it.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Bell. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
They'll run it with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second and goal from the 10. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.